All right. Good morning, everyone. It is a little bit after 11 o'clock on the 18th of March, 2021. I'm going to call it a day here. I'm up 305 bucks. I got to be happy with 305 bucks, right? You know, that's what I'm taking home now. I left a lot of money on the table today. But, you know, I get to walk away with 305 bucks. So, let's go over the trades here. I expanded my trades on TKAT and Upstart here, and you'll see why here in a minute. So I think I started the trading day with WB. I only traded 100 shares, and I was looking for a 1% bounce off of this. So initially this morning, I was looking for a 1% bounce off of $51.55, right? And this is the 51.55 is the only line that I had on this morning at the morning commentary. But I went and looked back, and I was like, well, where did it close yesterday? Let's go to the 10-minute. It's a little bit easier to see. Yeah. So right here on the 10-minute, it closed right here at, closed $50.40. So I was like, oh, well, you know, I should put that on the chart too. It's going to be, you know, yesterday's close is going to be important. So I grabbed 100 shares down here as it crossed back up above and then confirmed above $50.40 on the 1 minute. This should be the 1 minute. Yeah, this is the 1 minute. And you can see here, it hit 50.40 right here and really launched right back out. It came close on this on the second minute of the day, then hit 50.40 and buyers came in. And then, that's right. So now here, this is the momentum play. Here's the high of this candle, and I entered right here at $51.09 roughly. I put an order in right there. I don't remember exactly where I got filled. And then it took off, and it broke the 51.55 level, and I took profits on the same candle. I got in on this candle, and it went up to 52.01, and I got out on that candle. I made 70 cents, so 51.07 to 52.02. Yeah. So somewhere in here in this pullback, in the top of this candle is where I sold. So yeah, I could have held on to it for quite a bit more profit. You know, 100 shares, you know, isn't a lot of risk. I could have sold half, you know, and let the other half ride, kind of thing. But I went ahead and took profits on it. So the next OLN, OLN came nowhere near my entry here at 37.31. I only got 13 cents off of it. And I bought OLN, and this is a momentum play. This looked like resistance to me. This level, it sort of put in a little bit of a bear flag right here in the first opening 4 minutes of the day. And so I was kind of like, you know, this isn't looking too good. But then once it ran up above this flag part right here, I just bought 100 shares looking for a burst. And it did give the burst, let's see, right of 39.51 to 39.98. But within this minute candle right here, it pulled back a little bit again, and so I dumped. I was like, okay, well, it looks like it's going to be a false breakout for right now. It's looking like a false breakout. Let me just get out of this thing. It was only worth $13 on 100 shares. But, you know, there are no commissions. You know, if I were trading with commissions, that profit would have been eaten up. You know, thank God bless, you know, no commissions. Tell you what. So then, okay, next up is Upstart. Now, Upstart, I entered Upstart right in here in this candle right here. The break, I got into this candle somewhere. Actually, I have the, let's pull up the I can pull up the times here and the prices. So for Upstart, where did I buy? Things are so hard to figure out sometimes. Upstart, here it is right here. So I bought it $90.93 a share, and I dumped it at $89.90. So $90.93. I bought it right in here. Let's get the $9.93. So it broke above the high of the previous candle. The high of the previous candle here. Let's see, the high was 90.55, and I bought it at 90. Where did it go? At $90.93. So I was in a little bit late here. You know, it broke at 90.55, and by the time I could get an order in, it went up to I got filled at 90.93. So I was a little bit slow on the purchase here, but then it didn't break out. It didn't keep moving higher. After it breaks out, after it makes a new 1 minute high after the previous candle. I mean, it did eventually make the move, but it wasn't within the. I was in the wrong spot. It just wasn't the right entry, and so I dumped it at $89.90, which is roughly 1%, which if I stick to my strategy, it's my cap on loss is 1%. So then it proceeded to move, and so I started taking a closer look at it, and I was just sitting here watching it move up without me, essentially. It broke this high. I was tempted to get in because this was the high on the day. I was tempted to get in right here, and it would have shaken me out again, And then it came up here, it was kind of doing this up and down thing, found support here and took off. I was like, okay, well, this thing's heading to 100 now, and I'm going to just kind of be sitting here, with my hands in my pockets. Not really. I don't put my hands in my pockets, but anyway, I'm not going to be trading it. So, yay for me. Well, so I was like, okay, let me take a look at its all-time highs here. Let's go take a look back. And I was like, oh, well, okay, well, this thing was started in December of 2020. It's relatively young, and its all-time high is up here at 105.58. So I was like, okay, well, for the break of 105.58, I'm in for a momentum trade. So I took a second trade on it as it broke above 105.58 there. Got in and out really quickly. You can see here on Upstart here. And so I got 84 cents after it broke above. I bought at 10:36 in 34 seconds. So let's take a look here. Should be right in here somewhere. This is the 10:36. Yeah. So 10:36 in 34 seconds. It broke above its all-time high. I bought right here. I did ride out this dip right here, and I was like, no, you know what? It's not just gonna. This thing's young. It's gonna break. It's gonna go. And so then I let it go for 84 cents profit and was happy about it because I'd watched it go down. It was only 100 shares, but I'd watched it go down from 105.58 to a low here at 103.58, which was more than 2% decline. I wasn't following my risk parameters, but then you can see actually if I had, instead of just going for the break, the profits on the break, if instead I had waited, this is actually classic, and I don't know why I didn't wait. I think I had a fear of missing out. You can see here it came up, broke its all-time high, went up a little bit, came down, tested its all-time high, and then took off. And this right here should have been my entry, right at 106.57 for this run up to 103.25. I would have had a much higher amount of confidence. I would have felt extremely confident after this candle right here. Let's get rid of this other painting. at the close of this candle, then the break above this candle, this little teeny tiny candle right here, this after this candle right here, that should have been my entry right there instead of just for the break of the all-time high, because it hadn't proven itself. So I got a little bit lucky on that trade that it moved over its all-time high and then kept moving. That's not the right setup. That is a momentum setup, but on a stock like this that's got a float of 73 million shares, anyway, I'm the gazelle that got away. Okay, so then MP, I also traded MP. I'll take a look at it here real quick. I've had MP up on watch for a while now. This one a Fibonacci that I had an old Fibonacci on. I was in at 42.30, I'm pretty sure. 42.30 and some change. So I've just had a mountain pass up for a few weeks now, and materials with inflation in play, materials companies are going to catch a bid. So I jumped into this one after it broke above the Fibonacci level, came down and tested it, and then started to move away. I bought. Now it wasn't moving very quickly, and I wasn't really excited about how the trade was looking, so I dumped it. I made all of 15 cents on 100 shares and then 1 cent on 100 shares. I took 200 shares and I averaged in, and I don't remember exactly the prices. So I bought 100 shares here and then 100 shares between here, and I just didn't like the trade, so I got out. And then there's TKAT. Okay, so TKAT was a continuation play from yesterday. What was the trade on TKAT? Let's bring it forward here. Oh yeah, okay. I got a really bad, when I went to sell this, I hit the sell button at roughly 37 and change, but I only got filled at 35.51, which is a real, so I was trading this. I should have gotten filled at about $1 to $1.50 higher than I got filled on this. So I bought at 34.38 and I sold at 35.51. And it was after it went into a halt. Okay, so this was another high of the day play. Now this one, I wasn't looking for the retest and the move higher, which it actually did right here. It actually did do a retest of the high and then moved further. So this would have been a better entry, but because it's a momentum stock, it has a low float of 11 million shares. 11.27 million shares. I was willing to jump on this one for the momentum past the price, past the high of the day. So I wasn't paying a lot. I was looking at other things, and so I wasn't paying a lot of attention to the break of this high down here. The top of this candle went into a halt, I think, right here. Yeah, went into a halt right here at the end of this candle, then opened up and jostled around a bit. So, and it was hitting the scanner, but I was paying attention to other things. So when this one came around, I was like, okay, well, here's the high of the day. I put in an order for 34.38 after it came through the level, and I got filled at 34.38. Then it went into a halt right here. You can see on the bottom of the screen it says 9:51. Then it opened up again at 9:57, it closed at this little tiny 9:52, and then it opened up again at 9:57. So it opened here at 37.34. I had my eyes on the level 2. Went up to 37.76, high of 37.89. So at that point, I was up, $3 a share on 200 shares, looking, $600. And so I hit the sell button. I mean, way up here in the candle, I hit the sell button, way up here somewhere, right in that area somewhere. and it came all the way back down to like 35 and change. Came all the way back down between to what I sold it. Wound up selling at 35.51, so it came all the way back down to here before I got filled on my sell. And I was like, I was sitting here cussing at my screen and so forth, and I know what I did wrong, which is when I trade momentum, I need to use direct routing, and unfortunately, I had a smart route on my trading router selection instead of direct routing through NASDAQ. I use either NASDAQ or ARCA, depends. And so I screwed myself over, not having the correct box checked. So what would have been probably a $500 or so trade turned out to be a $225 trade here, up here on TKAT right here. I get to be happy with a $305 day. I'm calling it a day here. Go get some lunch. I might come back in the afternoon. I doubt I will come back in the afternoon, but I might. We'll see. OLN, yeah, I traded that one. And then what's... Oh, yeah, okay, Sino. So let's take a look at Sino real quick. So I really like this company, and I have not dug in. I've only dug into the financials, as far as revenues and earnings per shares go. Nothing else really. You can see revenues are on their way down in this company, and same thing with earnings per share. It looks to me like cryptocurrency. I don't know what's going on with global shipping or this company in particular, why they're having a rough time. I don't know what the deal is. The financials are hurting. The financials are not good. There's something, though, about a global shipper that is into cryptocurrency that has me watching this stock. Now, price action's been pretty decent here. Let me pull up the daily, and then I'll put the Fibonacci on it. Get rid of this vertical and hide the text. And I'll hide the moving averages too, and just pull up the Fibonacci there. So when this stock took this dip right here on the 5th, I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, should I be a buyer here? I mean, is this I actually bought other things that day, like Akerna, which is a pot stock. It's not really, Akerna isn't a pot stock. Akerna is like some kind of a regulatory, like they regulate, or they're some kind of they don't actually regulate, but they monitor the THC content or the quality. They're some kind of quality assurance, quality control, QA/QC company for pot stocks. So here it is right here. Let me pull it up. Kern. So back here on this day, same day, March the 5th, I was a big buyer right here. I had a few thousand shares that I bought at $4 a share because I've had my eye on the stock for a while, and it was bottoming the price. I was watching the price action. You can see the same day, March 5th. There, I've been watching this one for not as long as I've been watching Akerna, but I had my eye on this one too, and I was about like, I don't know. I was about to click the button on it, but I just didn't. I got distracted with something. Who knows? I've got ADD, so who knows what distracted me? Who knows why I decided not to? Let me pull Sino back down. I'll put Kerna back in its place. So here we are with Sino. I'm still not convinced on being a buyer yet. I need to see. I need to see the correct price action, and then I'd like to see earnings, what their next earnings report does. And I don't know. Let's see when they are. Oops. Put that back where it belongs. Now so its next earnings date is on the 17th of May, and it has an estimate of 50 cents, where its previous estimate was negative. So it's a growth stock, and I've got my eye on it. I don't know really what else to say about it. There's something kept me from buying it here on the 5th of March, and I'm not buying it now that it's had this run up. You know, the news that there's new news that came out at 9. This is interesting. Let's take a look at it real quick. Well, so the news this morning is Sino Global announces purchase of 2,783 digital currency operation servers. All right, that's news. Let's so it's getting into crypto. All right, this is new news. I didn't. By the time I was doing my morning strategy session, this news hadn't hit yet, or it had hit, but I wasn't paying attention to it. So. To grow highly secure NFT exchange with Cyber Miles. I don't know what Cyber Miles is. Global Shipping America Limited. Companies expect to officially launch their new NFT platform. What's an NFT? I don't know what an NFT is. Well, so there are going to be a lot of entrants into crypto. I think crypto is here to stay, and so far the U.S. government hasn't made any attempts to regulate it yet. So these guys, if they're global shipping, that means they get to operate in international waters. And there's international law, or my wife could tell me more. Like, I knew a little bit about this from my military experience, that as soon as you get out into international waters, there's this whole different set of laws. That's it's not really based on natural law. Like captains of ships are given extreme amounts of authority. So anyway, there's something about this combination between global shipping and crypto and international law and international waters and stuff like that. It just appeals to me. I don't know what it is. I can't quantify it. I need to do more research on it. I'm more interested in price action, actually, really, with this stock. And I'd like to be able to get in. I don't know if I'll get a chance anytime soon between now and earnings to get in somewhere around $4.50 or so, $5 a share. So that's totally anecdotal. All right, everybody, that's the day. Definitely left some winnings on the table there today. Definitely could have pulled away from, USPT. Oh, yeah, by the way, so I had a level on USPT at $81.91, and the low today, it went down to $81.96. So I missed my entry by 5 cents on a stock that went from $81.91 to a high of $113.50. This thing, it's up 73% from yesterday, up $44.50 roughly from right now, from where it closed yesterday. So I definitely left some money on the table today. But I get to be happy, with the experience and with the $305 gain. All right, everyone. Tomorrow morning, I will be here and ready to do another morning strategy session, then do a recap on how my day went. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Good luck out there. See you tomorrow morning. Out.